All right, we are very, very closely following Hurricane Isaias, and one of the things that comes up is how close it gets to the shore. Does it hug the shore? Any surge possibilities there? When you get real surge possibilities, that's when they start telling people to evacuate. They've not done that along the areas likely first to be hit. That would be Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, because there'll be winds, but so far they're not anticipating any big surges. So that could complicate things if we get to the surge feature here. But let's go to Peter Gaynor. Peter, of course, is the FEMA administrator, was kind enough to take some time to join us now. Administrator, good to see you.
Morning, Neil.
Is that still the case? I mean, if there's not the feared surge, there would be some surge, obviously, but not worrisome enough to have people abandon areas. Is that still where we stand?
Well, first, heed your local, county, state emergency managers. They know best, so I'm not going to get into their business. But what I will say generally is, don't bet your life on what the forecast, the track, the intensity will do. Today is the day to make those final preparations so you're ready no matter what happens. And so if I can ask everyone out there in Florida, especially those along the track of the storm, is take preparedness actions today. Make yourself, your family, your business safer today so you won't regret it tomorrow.
You know, we've seen a lot of flooding in Puerto Rico and some of the outward islands. Is that what these folks are in store for at a very least? I mean, a lot of flooding. I think in Puerto Rico, overnight, they had better than 5 inches of rain. What are you seeing thus far?
Well, again, the forecast changes. I think the National Hurricane Center has confidence in the forecast today, although it will change because it's just a forecast, it's a prediction. So if it stays on its predicted path, Florida will likely get more rain. They may have some surge, tropical storm force winds inland. So again, just because the track is offshore doesn't mean you're safe. So again, don't bet your safety on what the hurricane will or will not do. Take some action today to protect yourself and your family.
You know, Administrator, a lot of folks are very nervous about leaving their homes or going into these shelters, especially with the coronavirus, which is pretty pronounced in Florida right now and in South Carolina as well, if it were to continue up the coast. So obviously they have to be aware of distancing issues that could make it problematic, and you go from the frying pan into the fire. How is that addressed?
And so, great point, Neil. Early on in our COVID-19 response, back in late February, early March, we knew we'd be here in hurricane season, and we wanted to prepare not only the federal government but our partners at the state, local tribes and territories to make sure that they look at their existing plans, pre-COVID plans about things like evacuation and sheltering, with the overlay of COVID-19 challenges. So you're exactly right. Locals and states will need more time if you have to give an evacuation order. You'll need more transportation assets. You'll need more square footage if you decide to put people into congregate settings. You may need to put people that are at risk in non-congregate, so things like hotels and dormitories. So all those actions, locals and states and tribes and territories are doing today. They're looking at those plans and they're adapting those plans to this storm and any storm that comes after.
All right, well, watch it very, very closely. Peter Gaynor, the FEMA administrator. I think you're going to be a busy fellow the next 48 hours at a minimum. Thank you, sir, very much for taking the time.